Okay, welcome back. Welcome to episode 2 of the playthrough of the first tree. So, where we left off, pretty sure, was just finding out about the death of the father of the bloke talking in the background. It was a really interesting point to finish on. I think I'm ready to see what this game has in store for us from there. So I'm going to hit continue. I'm probably going to be a little bit further than where I was before, just because I sort of took it to the next level, so I could start from there. So let's go. Okay, here we are, back in the world of the first tree. We've just run down that hill, and we're now about to uncover the next part. Here we go.
I need to go to bed. I just can't talk about this anymore. Good night.
Very ominous. Very interesting. So he's tired. They're having a chat. Is it a friend? Is it a wife? I think they are together. They've hinted at that they live together and things like that. So maybe not just a therapist of sorts, but helping him through. I don't know if there's anything up here. Scanning about. I don't really like it. We'll head down the main path. So we just found out that his father is dead, and that's sad. I guess we're going to move on to the next chapter now. Really, that's the next stage. Don't know if it's going to take us to anything new. New day. I guess we'll have to wait and see. What is going on here? This must be...
Joseph, you can't go to sleep feeling like this. I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost. Joseph, have I ever told you what my mother was like?
I'm getting goosebumps. It's a powerful game. I think we've got a deer.
You know what it's like not to have a mom at home. And you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds, and it made me want to be free like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I told myself I would fold one every day until I could fly myself.
Just look at that. It's a really nice level they've got going on here. Lovely lighting. Really nice colours. This is the dream world, I presume. We're going to find out about her mother.
I think we both have always loved animals, and for me that love started with a dog. Sometimes this Rottweiler would come up to our property line and wait at the fence for me, but only once in a while. I was sure to check every day immediately after school, and it usually ended in disappointment. I would even steal money from my passed out dad just so I could buy these off-brand dog biscuits. Even when she did stop by, She never went beyond the fence. Why was she so scared?
Next one we go. Just want to sit back and listen to the music, you know?
I think my dad was the opposite of your dad in almost every way. Except he was in the military as well. He coped with alcohol of every kind. The trailer started falling apart, he got angry, and I withdrew. More and more I became the weird, quiet kid who made lots of origami birds and carried dog biscuits around. I think we were pretty similar when it came to being the weird kids. And that same sincerity in college was one of the reasons I was so drawn to you.
Okay, we're finding the relation now. I wonder if we're going to hear more about her mother then. Seems to be an interesting situation that they're putting into the story there.
Life got worse and worse. And at one point, I really didn't think I could survive another day with my soul still intact. I had no real friends, let alone neighbors, since we lived in the middle of nowhere. I should have talked to my teacher, but I was scared what he would do if he found out. As I waited for the school bus one morning, I walked around until I found something in an abandoned shed. Something I can't put into words.
Guess we're going to find out what she found. Any guesses? I'm going to go with a toy of some sort, maybe. Maybe a person. Ooh. Time to find out. There we go.
I summoned courage I didn't know I had, and I broke into my dad's room and found the key to the shed where he had locked my bike. I'll never forget that feeling, of the wind rushing by my ears as the sun rose over fields of wheat. I was flying for the first time. I biked as far as my legs could take me until I found a house that felt friendly, and that felt like home. Those strangers helped me in so many ways. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have found my foster family. And if it wasn't for my parents, I wouldn't have met you.
Wow. So she ran away. Jesus. I guess things were bad. She found freedom. Nice transition there.
You have strength, Joseph, and you're not as alone as you think.
It's all just so pointless. Just waiting for life to happen. It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent myself. How could I do that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out. These quiet hours will turn into years. We'll wonder which roads passed us by.
Then we'll forge a new road together. Besides, I discovered for myself that one fateful morning where any hopeful road leads to. There may be thorns and mist, but it always leads to the same thing.
And what's that?
Family.
I'm so glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
And I'm glad you're part of mine.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Very large family. Man, this game really knows how to give you the bumps, man. It's hard-hitting, emotional stuff. It's been a long time since I have played a story-driven game. It's good. It's really nice to do so. I recommend it, seriously. Get caught up in multiplayer games and these sorts of quick games that you never really find an attachment to. It's these sorts of games that really start to bring life back to the gaming society and industry and environment. You don't get enough of this. You really don't. You never find this level of emotion in you know, an FPS game, or you know, and it is not necessarily needed to. But I think it's important to hit somewhere on the region of the emotional spectrum other than sort of hatred and anger. There's something quite peaceful about this game, quite sort of reminiscent, that you just don't get with games anymore. You really don't. So, you know, a lot of respect for this game. Oh, we have to do a double jump here. Bit of parkour. Also, fantastic soundtrack, I must say. Oh, we've surpassed 100 stars. Next chapter. This can't be good.
The fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the Jade Valley where the entrance to the tree was. Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left. Items from my life still dotted the ground as she moved closer to her destination and destiny.
Oh, quad stars. Nice, nice, nice. Bow. I think we're going to enter a sad part. A sad part of the story. Seeing as there's rain and moody music. Tends to be a good giveaway. Did see a house in the distance. Guess we're going to find out what that's about. Or a building of sorts. Is it like a barn or something? I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. And you? Yeah, it looks like a barn, I think. Hopefully there isn't too much wandering about to do on this level. I think the wandering about makes it kind of difficult to kind of keep a flow, in my opinion. I think that's one critique I'd make is I do like the distancing between the different things, but at the same time it's a bit of a pain going around to all of them on such a large scale map. You know, It's just daunting thinking about how I'm going to have to go over there next, and then over there. So, move on to the next bit.
At the end of high school, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Drive. I looked into the best architecture schools on the West Coast, then got a dose of reality when looking at other students' portfolios and the high cost of tuition. I still wanted to be something, to be the next Alvaro Siza, and to make those thousands of sketches worth something in my grand history. But now even an internship sounds impossible. Siza helped me understand how essential emotion is in architecture, and he also said light is the real composer of space. I like to think these glints of light, like not finding a job or even a strange dream about a fox, are something I should be thankful for, even if the illuminated space is something I'm less than comfortable with.
He's dealing with a lot of emotional struggles, I think, at the moment. Hardships. It's difficult when it feels like the whole world is against you, I think. So, that's where this guy is sat at the moment. Everything is not quite working out for him. So I don't know if I have to collect all the stars. I'm not sure about that. I don't know about the stars and the stance on the stars. But I feel like it's important. It's probably important. Problem is, I'm going to go all the way up here, and there's not going to be any stars, is there? Let's climb up this big rock, if we can. No, we can't. Okay. Well, that's that bit, I guess. If I missed any, they are too difficult to get. Let's get a bit of view up here. See what's going on. See if we can spot anything important. And then we'll head over to the house next. See what's going on over there. Kind of Skyriming it a little bit. Just jumping all over these... Oh, no. Oh, there's one. Oh, do you know what? I think it's a lumber mill. See those logs there? I have a feeling it's a lumber mill. We'll ride with that. Here we go. Next part.
My dad was super supportive with my college plans. To a point. Things were okay until this terrible accident happened. I guess a forklift flipped over due to a bad axle, and it crushed one of the workers there. My dad didn't eat for days, even though he wasn't directly involved. It devastated him. Not only did it hurt the business, but it just freaked him out. He would talk in his sleep, muttering things about firing people and saying sorry. One fateful day he approached me, said that since my school search wasn't going well, I should finally be a man and take over the family business. He said one day he was going to die, and that all of his work, sacrifice, and even that man's life would be wasted in vain. I just lost it. Teenage me just exploded at the thought. I screwed up. I said things I shouldn't have. He was having a crisis, and I pretty much spit in his face.
Family problems, family troubles. I don't know if we have to get up to the lumber mill. I'm not sure. We're going to go have a scan about. See what's going on. Don't know if we have to go... We've got some stars in the middle there. Got a lumber mill here. Got some stars over there. Nothing over there, but I'm gonna go around the top of this rock. We'll see what we can collect. Don't know where am I meant to be going though. I guess the game is meant to be somewhat linear, but not too much. They don't want to just make a point A to point B sort of game. So make your own journey. Could have sworn I saw a star over here. That's cool though. I like that in the background. That's nice. Ah, there they are. Okay, I'll collect these. And there's another talking point there as well. And then I'll go get that one down there. So he's having problems with his father. His father is having issues with work and business. Someone dying. I guess. Next section.
Was that the last time you talked to him?
No, I called on holidays, and he would call on my birthday. I guess we acted like nothing ever happened, which was stupid. Didn't want to ask about his lumberyard, and I'm sure he didn't want to ask about my job search. I never went back and visited. I think the last conversation we had was about what movies we had seen and what exactly a best boy is in the credits. I thought he would be here so much longer.
Element of regret? Not sure. I'm making an executive decision and deciding to leave those stars there. I don't think it's hugely important how many stars you collect. We'll see. I'll collect these, and if it doesn't let me pass to the next bit, then that could be why. I think this might be the next chapter. So this is looking like a big tree. This could be the next bit. Oh God.
In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore. She did the only thing she was capable of. Moving forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first tree on Earth brought life with it, if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. More and more, I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree. But sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
The first tree awakens and gently asks if there is one last message the fox wants to tell her children. She replies back and says, "What should we say?" That seems fitting. I think that seems fitting.
I guess her journey was over, but I have no idea. It was only a dream, a distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane to the last place on Earth I want to be. The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time before you say goodbye. I have one last quote for you by Emerson, sealed in an imaginary letter from me to you. It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love. We have a big day tomorrow, but I'll be there with you every step of the way.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.